Carlos won't be here until I think he gets here next Wednesday. So he's got some things that he's got to take care of, and before he gets up here. So, but his role will be he'll work into the mix at the defensive end position, and it's a nice addition. Obviously, he's been doing this a while, and he can still roll. So we look forward to bringing him in and into the mix there and going.
Coach, it sounded like you visited the other night. What did you take away from your conversations with him?
Yeah, so he's very smart, and he's been around. Obviously, he's seen a lot, and kind of knows what he was looking for. He's visited a couple different teams, and but I think he liked what he saw, and we liked what we saw, so signed him up.
Similar to Melvin Ingram, what does he bring to that room?
Yeah, so you have the experience. Now he and Chris work out at the same place, so they know each other. They've and so there'll be a familiar face when he comes in at least. But he brings some senior leadership in there and experience.
We saw Josh Williams getting some opportunities with the ones. What have you seen behind the scenes that allowed you to trust him to get that opportunity early?
Yeah, listen, I think he's a good player. You know, I've got to see now. We got to see how this thing goes as we work down, work into the day as the numbers build up here. But he looks good skill, and we'll see. We'll just see how it goes.
There was a lot of questions about maybe him not playing against pro-level competition at the college level. What would you say about that?
Yeah, well, I think he's come out here and shown that he can do that, and he's not shying away. He's a big kid for that position. He's a big kid, and he can run long, and I think he's very, very smart. So just innately smart kid, and so he's been able to pick it up. The mental part of it, he's been able to pick up. He's working a couple fundamental things, and like I said, he's smart. So he's looking at himself and he's saying, "I got to get better at this." And you can see him out here working on it. Yeah.
What do you like out of these receivers today? A lot of big plays.
Yeah. So we have some experience. I mean, that's guys that have played in games. They're new faces, but they're not. It's not a ton of young guys that are playing in those spots. So it's just a matter of Pat and the receivers being on the same page, and the more they do it, the better they're going to be. And then with Sky being the young kid, he made a couple nice plays, and again, it's him learning the game. He's very strong, though. You can see he's got great feet and very strong in the core area, and so that's going to come in handy for him as he goes through this.
You've got a couple days of Roderick and left tackle. How have you seen him settle into that position?
Yeah, I like Roderick. He doesn't say much. I mean, you don't want him in the tent here. You're not going to hear much. So, but he's a good, solid player. You know, I mean, we're not set. You know, we saw the Orlando thing out there, and all that, but if he can go play with Roderick. I mean, he can jump in there and play the game. So that I like what I'm seeing. I look forward to seeing him in pads, but he's got some experience, so I know what he can do, I think.
Andy, bringing Reid Patrick today, I just wonder, early on into camp, in meetings, like sort of away from the field, just what have you seen, what have you sort of noticed so far?
Yes, yeah. So he's really taken to that, and stepped up his game in that role. I think you guys know he's a great communicator, and he's using that skill that he has to talk to these new players, and so that's different for him, right? I mean, this is a new thing for him with the number of guys that we have coming in that are new. So, but I think he's handling all that great. He's a tremendous leader. He's always been that, and he's working hard. I mean, he's going to work. He's going to work. He's going to be here early. He's going to leave late. The whole deal. So he exhausts the game while he has an opportunity to do that.
Coach, speaking of Patrick, does it surprise you at all that folks still don't consider him a tier one player, and that when he scrambles, he's considered a street ball player?
Yeah, listen, I mean, a lot of coaches have to teach guys how to roll out and call plays to do that. We just do it. He just doesn't. No, he's tremendous. He's tremendous. Yeah, no, I know if you guys look at Pro Football Focus and all those things, so just take a peek at that and see how many times he hits the second receiver.